Greeting friends, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to cover how to identify the best FnO stocks for option trading. However, before continuing, I wanted to tell you a small story. I have a small private Telegram channel. So in the Telegram channel, I have predicted an Infosys rally during last Wednesday. What I predicted is that there is a potential chance for Infosys to move upside either on Thursday or during the next week. But then Infosys exactly moved up during last Thursday itself. So my friends and followers were asking me, how did I detect the Infosys up move? Is it possible for me to create a video on selecting the best FnO stocks for stock option trading? So in today's agenda, so what we are going to cover, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Josh, and I'm having around 20 years of experience in the stock market and 8 years of experience in trading as well. So during my trading journey, I've made a lot of mistakes, huge losses during the initial uh, years of trading. However, I've covered all my losses within 4 years of my journey as a trader. And what I identified is that most of my losses were due to overtrading, carry forward positions, expiry, hero zero play, and averaging my loss making positions. The turning point of my career started the moment I identified my mistakes and have taken precautionary measures to reduce my losses and increasing my profitability. So I wanted to tell you guys one of the ways I recovered my losses is by doing stock option trading. So here I wanted to cover the why stock options. So we have index option and stock options. As you know that index options are volatile and the theta decay is pretty fast in stock options, especially in Nifty, because there is a weekly expiry going to happen for Nifty. Where in the case of stock options, we have a monthly buffer time. Then how to identify the best stocks? This is $1 million question. So if you can crack this question, then you are already become a successful trader. So I'm going to tell you practically how we will be able to identify the best stocks for FnO trading. Then another question is that where to see the volumes? Without seeing the volumes, so there is no pointing in trading FnO stocks. I'm going to show you practically how can you find these trading volumes. Then, then how to set the moving average. Without setting the moving average, we may not be able to set our SL and targets appropriately. Then coming to the final point, how to select the right option strike. So though we have identified the best FNO stock, but then how are we going to buy? So while making the buy or sell call, so we're going to tell that okay, which is my best strike price. So at the end, I'll also cover some do's and don'ts. Without further ado, let us continue. So why stock options? So if you look at the pros of the stock options, so a lot of, you can see that it is less volatile compared to the index option. So the risk reward ratio is much better than the index, and as I already mentioned, the theta decay will be lower as compared to index because of the monthly expiry, and some of the the popular stocks, the liquidity will be high, and you can also create a lot of strategies around stock options like the way we do in index, but then the risk will be much lower here. On the con side, so even the stocks can move very volatile during the earnings or with any news flows, any positive or negative news, the stock price can move very volatile. Then just near to the expiry day, the margin requirement can go high. Then, in another side of the caveat side is that in some of the mid cap and small cap stock, the liquidity may be lower, And you must have seen that some of the strike prices, there won't be any sellers or buyers. So that's the reason choosing the right FNO stock is very, very important. Now, I've picked around 15 stock from the Nifty 50 uh, index, and these are, in my view, these are the best stocks to be traded under FNO. So Reliance, if you look at this, is having the highest FnO turnover and liquidity. Same way Infi always moves, gives better movement, and it is a better FnO instrument. So Axis Bank, HCL Tech, HDFC Bank, Vedanta, Tech Mahindra, Larsen and Tobro, ICICI, State Bank of India, Union Bank of India, PFC, Wipro, IOC, ONGC. These are some of stocks, some of the stocks in the Nifty. There exist other stocks in mid cap, small cap, and you can also trade in those stocks. But then again, the fundamental thing is that we need to look for larger volumes, better FNO movements in those stocks, definitely. But then I just picked only the Nifty 50 stocks. In the next video, possibly I'll include some of the stock from the small cap, mid cap, and all. So, in a lot of, now let us look at it in a practical way and decide how the moment happens. Okay, so let me take you to a screen. I'm just, for reference purpose, I'm just taking Infosys. If you look at the Infosys current price, it is coming 1447. And before you enter into any of the FNO trading, it is always better to look at what is the 52-week low price and 52-week high price. In the Infosys, if you can see that 1307 is the lowest price, and the higher side it is more than 2000. So currently, this is on the lower band. This is currently trading at 1447. So whenever a stock is trading near to its 52 weeks lower range, it is better to avoid such stocks for shorting. So we should look for opportunities for long in such cases. On the other hand, if a stock is trading at its all-time high, then we should look for opportunities to short that stock whenever it forms a bearish candle on a daily time frame. And again, the time frame is also very important. While though we have identified this stock, okay, take an example, Infosys, we identified and it is good for an FNO trading. But then we need to look at the time frames. Always look for 45 minutes, 15 minutes, and 4 hours time frame for FNO stocks. In this case, I've picked 45 minutes time frame. In the 45 minutes time frame, we can see here this torque from the lower side, it is given a good up move. That means this torque has moved from the 100 moving average and 50 moving average, and currently it is trading near to the 100 moving average. Once it crosses the 100 moving average, that is around 1457. So it can move up to 1490. That's a target we can get from Infosys. And for any shorting, so if Infosys goes below this particular line, 1348, so for sorry, 1438, then probably you could consider a short position in Infosys. That is a way we have to look at. Now let me take a look at the 15 minutes time frame. The 15 minutes time frame, we can clearly see that this stock is trading above 200 moving exponential average, and this has made a green candle. If you look here, it has made a green candle here, but then it took the resistance of the 100 moving average, that is around 1450. Once the stock cross 1450, it can move, it can move above 1470 and up to 1500. That's the way. For shorting, see, it has two supports just below this 200 moving average. So any shorting, it is better, like, go beyond 1438. That we have already seen in the 15 minutes, 45 minutes time frame as well. Now, if you look at the 4 hours time frame, same thing you can see here. So this particular stock, which is near to its 20 EMA, and it is ready to move up to 50, 100 and 200 EMA. So once it cross and sustain above its 20 EMA, that is 1452. So it will move to 1496, then 1531. It is having a potential to move up to 1576 at least. So that's the way we may have to look at it. Now, once again, I mentioned, okay, how to set this EMA. So go to this indicators and type here moving average. Moving average. You can see a moving average ribbon. The advantage of picking the moving average ribbon is that you can set 20, 50, 100 and 200 moving averages at a go. So here I just set this moving average ribbon here. So let us take a look at its setting. So initially, if you look at this way, so it will be under SMA. So you have to move it under EMA, exponential moving average. So once you set these averages 20, 50, 100, 200, even you can make 13. Some other people they follow 13, they can make it and give colors accordingly so that it will be easy for you to detect the line color. So where it is 20, 50, 100 or 200. So in the black color here, it is easy for me to understand that it's a 200 EMA, and the blue color it is a 20 EMA. That is the way we have to set the exponential moving average. Now come to the volumes. Now we understood okay how to set this moving average. So based on the moving average, you can set your SL and your targets. Now, whenever you set an SL, I wanted to tell you guys, okay, how you wanted to do it. Okay, so here, if you look at this 15 minutes candle, so it took a resistance from 1450 and it has retested the 1446 range. So here, ideally, our SL should be around 1443. If it goes below this line, you have to take the SL, and once again it crosses again, then you can look for a long there. Now coming to the volume part. So for this case, for the Infosys case, I wanted to see, okay, what is this average volumes for a week and how this is looking. For that purpose, I've taken the support from the money control side. So here you can see what is the monthly moving average, weekly moving average, and the past 2 days. So if I look here, the weekly moving average, I can see the total traded volume is almost 1 crore. And the delivery has taken around 16, and that means almost 70% delivery has taken for this trade. Same way for the past 2 days, that is on Wednesday and Thursday. So you can see here it is 1 crore was the traded volume. And if you look at the delivery percentage, it has taken 75%, which is very good number. So this is an indicator that, okay, so there is a buying interest in this stock and it can move upside in the shorter time. I hope you understood the price volume. So during the trading hours, you can also look at the actual volumes in any of your brokerage app. Now take another example. This is State Bank of India, and this is I'm taking a 45 minutes time from the State Bank of India. Here also you can see that, okay, see the State Bank of India has given a breakout. I think it is after the results. So thereafter it didn't even come down below the 20 EMA. So it is foolish to short this trade until unless it is not breaking convincingly below the 50 EMA, that is 818 range. So once again, if you look here, it's 200 EMA, it is come to 810. So this is a max target, even if you are going for a short. So in this case, till the time it is moving about 20 EMA, look for longs in this trade. So that's all I wanted to cover in this video. Otherwise, the video would be lengthier. I'll create another video, a part 2 video. So that will cover more aspect of how to set the SL targets and other things. So here in this is I'm showing in the Sharekhan trading app, okay, how to select the strike prices. That's the last topic, and let me quickly cover you. So now if you look at the Infosys current, the current price is at 1447. So while going for long, so always look at the in the money option because hardly 2 weeks left for expiry. So and taking the out of money, it can be a risky one. And even if the stock moves up, the the price movement or the premium movements may be very minimal. Similarly, for shorting also, so if you wanted short Infosys for any reason, like if you're seeing a red candle in a 15 minutes or a 45 minutes time frame, then pick 1500 or 1480. So that is in the money. So looking for shorting, maybe take an example 1400, it will be risky. So you might lose your money in that way. So finally, so that's all I wanted to tell you. But then I'll create one more video on the second part for this one. At the end, let us also look at some do's and don'ts in the stock option trading. So do is that if always understand what is the basics before entering a trading. Option trading is not just buying a call or selling a put, or buying a put or selling a call. For safety, always use hedging and not just under just by speculation. So manage your risk with the stop losses and start with a small quantity. And you experience that gain, then you go for long quantities. So don't trade without a plan. Proper setup needs to happen. Like I mentioned, it should either break below some of the EMAs or break out above the EMS. And don't ignore the option Greeks. Or those who are not aware of the option Greeks, probably I'll take a separate video on option Greeks. So don't risk your money which you cannot afford to lose. And the hope trading is always dangerous. Don't do that. So don't follow the tips just blindly. So do your analysis before you make the entries. Okay. Thank you guys for, and please support and subscribe my channel if you have not done. Please press the bell icon. I promise that I'll come up with more learning videos in the coming days. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good day.